Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to 24 Chambers of Film. Today, we got another trailer reaction of the film The Brutalist, directed by Brady Corbet, starring Adrien Brody. And yeah, it's a very anticipated film for the cinephiles. Have you heard anything about this, Nate?
Nothing whatsoever.
This movie's a hot commodity right now. There's a lot of hype. It's 3 hours and 30 minutes with the intermission, apparently.
I feel like I hear that so many movies have a lot of hype. Like, I don't know how many times we've talked
Yeah.
about the movie, and you're like, "There's so much hype behind this."
I mean, you can look it up. Just Google it, and you'll see there's so many articles on it. The praise is over the top. I haven't read details because I don't want to know any details about the movie, but I see the little headlines, of all these hyperbole, things about it. And I'm a fan of the director. I like his previous, or at least his previous film that I saw. I haven't seen his first feature. This would be his third.
What
But
was
the
his
direct,
previous film?
it's called Vox Lux with Natalie Portman. She plays a pop singer. I don't know if you ever saw that one. Jude Law's in it, but you might know this actor. Did you ever watch Brady Corbet, the director, writer director? He is also an actor. He's in the movie Funny Games, the American remake of it.
Yeah.
He's the
Michael Pitt.
not Michael Pitt, the other guy.
No, no, I know he's not Michael Pitt, so I was like, "It's Michael Pitt," and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. That's Brady Corbet,
okay.
the other
I
guy.
wouldn't even know. I honestly, I couldn't even. You could put him in a lineup for me right now, and I wouldn't be able to pick him out. I remember Michael Pitt
But you
vividly.
remember there's another guy, right, with
Yes,
him?
I know there's
Yes. So
another
that's
another blonde
that's
guy.
that's Brady Corbett, and he's now a director, and he's this is his third feature film. I haven't seen his first film. I do want to watch it, but Vox Lux I really enjoyed, and this film, like I said, it's getting insane type of hype. And yeah, it stars Adrien Brody. Are you a Adrien Brody fan, or do you think he's a good actor? I like Adrien Brody. I've always been a fan of his.
I like Adrien Brody, but I think a lot of it comes down to also what roles he plays.
Hmm.
For example, in the movie Predators, I like that movie, and I thought he did a good job, but it was very hard for me to buy him in that role in the movie
Really,
Predators.
I thought he was great in
Yeah,
Predators, but yeah,
I think. I
I've
mean,
heard that. I've heard
he
that.
did a good job, but I just don't see him as that type of actor. But like Summer of Sam, great job.
Mm,
Honestly, now I'm blanking on Adrian Brody
the
movies.
pianist.
The Pianist, great
Yeah.
job. Like literally, I couldn't name you an Adrian Brody movie right now if you asked me for one now.
Well, well, I just gave you the pianist. He's in this great movie where he plays a substitute teacher called Detachment, directed by Tony Kaye, who did American History
Yeah,
X. I
yeah,
love that
yeah.
movie. But let me just before we'll move on and we'll get to the trailer right now. But we want to say people are saying basically shine his Oscar. He's getting another one. That's the rumor apparently for
What
this.
did he win the first Oscar for?
The pianist.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know he won the
Yeah.
Oscar for that.
So we'll see. It could be like I said. It may be all overhyped. Like I said, it's 3 hours and I think 30 minutes or something like that. And there's an actual intermission when this movie plays in theaters. It's going to get a theater release. It's A24 picked it up very fast. They bought it for like $10 million when it premiered at Venice. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. We'll talk about more of uh, of the Brutalist. Okay,
All
you
right,
ready?
count it down. Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's right. Guy Pearce is in it too. That's right.
Guy Pearce.
That was a cool shot.
Like I don't even know what the movie's about, but I'll tell you this is the type of role that I expect Adrian Brody in.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. The scroll, sideways scroll.
Welcome to America.
Is that it?
That's it. It says official trailer, but this is feels like a teaser trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they really have to heavily be relying on just the buzz to get people
Yeah.
there because that trailer doesn't give you anything. I mean, I'll tell you this much though, it grabs your attention.
Hmm. Music was
It
great.
leaves you it leaves you asking for like wondering, like what else,
Hmm.
which potentially makes you want to go look it up,
Can I?
which
Can I?
then
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up, and I'll get.
I was gonna
I'll,
say, which then will probably make you want to go watch it if you find it interesting. But I think it's a very interesting approach in not really give. I have no clue what it's about. I'm assuming it's a guy who immigrates to America, and that's my
okay.
only freaking guess from that
Well,
trailer.
you're right about that. So let me just read the synopsis. When a visionary architect, Laszlo Toth, Adrien Brody, and his wife, uh, Elizabeth, flee post-war Europe in 1947 to rebuild their legacy and witness the birth of modern America, their lives are changed forever by a mysterious and wealthy client. So I guess that kind of makes sense why it kind of had an architectural look to the text
Hmm.
and the scroll, which was a cool thing. Um, yeah, I mean, look, it has Guy Pearce. I forgot to mention he's getting a lot of buzz. Like, shine his Oscar too. Apparently, he's playing the wealthy man. From what I understand, the guy who's gives him that it says in the synopsis. And yeah, I mean, look, visually, it looks. I'm into it. I like I like. Here, that music sounds very epic. Um, People are comparing this, like the headlines that I've seen is like Once Upon a Time in America, which is one of my favorite films, meets There Will Be Blood. That type of story. Um, People are saying it's that type of movie,
See,
and the
look,
one thing here's the one thing that intrigues me the most, which is kind of something you want to. I kind of want to see it really bad because I want to see how I feel and how the pacing is. But people say that it's 3 hours. They say it flies by, which is kind of it's not like a genre movie in the sense of like a horror movie or action movie, but a lot of people are saying that the 3 hour runtime it feels justified and it feels well paced where you don't feel like it's a slog or a drag. So if that's true, that's pretty impressive because I like long movies. So, but once you get to the 3 hour mark, it doesn't always, I think for the majority of people, that's already like a, unless it's Batman or something like that. But I don't know. What?
see,
Go
like
ahead. What are you thinking?
for example, for me, you mentioned There Will Be Blood.
Hmm.
I think There Will Be Blood is a good movie, but I think it's overhyped.
Oh, brother.
It's a good movie. Okay,
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not a good movie. It is a good movie, but I think for me personally, it doesn't live up to like the
I don't even
the
know.
expectations people set
As
on
soon
it.
as you
Like the
said that, I just see clown makeup on your face. Like,
I
I'm
just
trying to
again,
take.
it's a good movie.
I'm
It's a
trying.
very
Yeah.
it's a
I'm trying
very
to
good
be
movie,
nice about
but I don't
it.
think it. I think people over. It's to me that it to me There Will Be Blood, and I'm not comparing and saying that they are the same movie, but just how people are like, "Oh my god, Gladiator is the best movie ever made." Like again, to me, like that's not justified. I think There Will Be Blood is a better movie than Gladiator, but I think
Okay.
it gets the same treatment of, "Oh my god, it's so amazing." I'm like, it's actually a great movie. But
Mhm.
damn, the way some people talk about it, you would think it was it was like, like the waters parted and like this amazing thing happened with There Will Be Blood, which is
I think.
again, it's a
I,
great movie, but
I
I
think
don't think
one
it lives up to
thing. That's fair. I'm not. I'm just giving you shit, dude. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And yes, I'm sure people have. I know that movie gets a lot of praise, and a lot of people love it, just like Gladiator. I don't think they're comparable, and besides that, maybe people overhype them. But I think There Will Be Blood is leaps and bounds like greater than Gladiator personally. But I think people really maybe it's just the culture of like the cinephiles or that culture. They really like movies like that are about the American dream. You know what I mean? And it seems like the Brutalist is about that. Clearly, an immigrant trying to make his name in America, doing what he loves, which is being an architect in this film. Um, yeah, I think that just speaks to a lot of I think in that culture of that cinephile filmmaking culture, a lot of people are into that story. It makes them think of Godfather and stuff like that. That person rising from the bottom all the way to the top, and that's what that story is about. I mean, it was filmed. Uh, it's filmed in on film, which is a big plus for me. It uses this format called Vista Vision, which is like a lot more. It has a lot more depth, and it's a bigger film size than 35 millimeter. They don't really use that format as much anymore. But it looks great to me. It looks beautiful. Like I said, I wish I got more scenes and dynamic, but I kind of like it that it doesn't give stuff away. I like it's a good teaser trailer, but they're calling it an official trailer, which is makes you think, are we gonna get another trailer for this movie if that's the official
Let
trailer?
me
So
let me
I'm just
ask you
kind of
this really quick about this
go ahead.
movie because you mentioned it to There Will Be Blood, right? Like
This is, I mean,
that
yeah,
was your
that's
comparison. No, no, no. But what I'm
that and
saying is,
Once Upon a Time
but
in
there
America.
but There Will Be Blood didn't win the Academy Award, right?
It lost to No Country. Yeah,
Which justifiably so.
fair
But
enough. Yeah, I
it's
think No
kind of a
Country's
weird
great.
comparison because wouldn't you want to compare it to the Academy Award winner?
I mean, people are well. I just picked those, but people have said movies like The Godfather, which did win the Academy Award. But I said one, and I've heard Once Upon a Time in America also because Once Upon a Time in America is like almost it's 3.5 hours long, and I love that movie. That's a movie to me that I'll watch it every year essentially at least once. I just adore that movie. It's yeah, there's a lot of greatness in that movie, in my opinion. Like I said before, I prefer more than The Godfather and all that. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, look, from what I've been looking, it looks like the best picture race at the Oscars. There's no necessarily clear front runner. It seems when you usually know there's like two movies maybe. Right now, it still seems very up in the air of which one is going to be the head. Um, which is I like that. I wish it was always like that where you feel like you don't know who's exactly going to win yet. So hopefully it remains that way and it's more of a surprise. But eventually, once they start giving those other awards, then you're going to see who's probably going to win Best Picture. How do you feel about? I know, like I said, the trailer is essentially a teaser trailer.
The trailer doesn't do enough for me to want to go watch it in the movie theater. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
that much.
And
Like,
also, I
I'm
don't
like,
even think. Here's the thing: I don't even think we're gonna get it until like January, and I don't even know if you're gonna get
that
it out there.
December, didn't it?
Yeah, but limited release, bro. It's a 3 hour and
Oh,
a
I
half
didn't read
movie.
the
They're
I
not
didn't read
gonna.
the
I don't think
release.
they're gonna pump that out as a wide until like early sometime in January. But I would like to catch this one on film in LA if I can, because I feel like it'd be a cool movie to watch on film in one of those theaters like the Vista or plenty other theaters that are in LA.
If this was playing like 2 miles down the road, I probably wouldn't watch it until I can see more because it was a good trailer. It draws interest,
Hmm.
but then reading about it doesn't give me enough to say, okay, it's about an immigrant and he has some wealthy rich guy who's going to change like his life or whatever, affect his life. But is this a thriller? Is this turned into a horror movie? Like what happens here? Like
I think yeah. I don't. I'm getting the
the
vibe. It's
name
something.
itself,
Yeah.
like kind of implies like I was expecting something different just based on the name.
Yeah. No, yeah, the name it's a great title, but I think if I had to guess that it's going to be some type of examination or kind of um microscope and maybe like a kind of like the look at the American dream, how it's kind of bullshit in a way. If I had a guess, but who knows? I think it's gonna be more like There Will Be Blood in that sense, where it's a drama, and it's a kind of a character study essentially. That's what I'm guessing. And there's probably thrilling moments in it, but it's not like a thriller. Or there's not really like a strong plot in the sense of like, oh, who did this, who did that. I think it's just kind of like whatever the dynamic is with these characters, the guy that hires him, from what it says in the log line. So we'll see. I mean, I'm hyped. I'm going to definitely watch it. Try to keep my expectations met. I mean, moderate and not get too excited about it. But yeah, I hope it delivers, and maybe there'll be a trailer too, and maybe that will give us more to chew on and more to really kind of examine. And maybe you can be like, oh yeah, I'll definitely stream it at least. Yeah, I feel like you can't get you're gonna regardless, even if you want to say you're gonna have to watch it at home, dude. It'll probably take you like 2 months, but
So, well, there it is. 3 hour movie, 3.5 hour movie. Let us know
yeah.
if you guys could sit through that. If you guys don't like going to movies that are that long, let us know what you guys thought about the trailer for The Brutalist. And if you've seen any of what's his name, Brady Corbet,
Yeah, Brady Corbett. Yeah.
Corbet's other films. Appreciate it if you guys smash a like on the video, and if you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm Nathan, this is Steven, and we're 24 Chambers of Film. Until the next one.